No, so many people out there would kill to have our jobs. My sister-in-law actually called me the day before yesterday, asking if I could put in a good word for her. And honestly, I was also thinking, my mom is just sitting at home with nothing to do anyway.
So how great would it be if she came to work at the factory too?
But when I went and asked Sister Jiang,
She told me my mom's just too old.
She's already past retirement age,
So the company can't pay for her Social Security.
and they can't sign a formal contract with her.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that.
Rules are rules after all.
That's why I'm saying, we're so lucky.
I mean, look at how many people are desperately trying to get in, but they just can't.
Isn't it, Chen? I wanted to ask you about something.
Do you think I could take this work home to do?
Which work?
Just the simple stuff. Is there any kind of work that doesn't have to be done here at the factory?
Like odd jobs that I could just take home and do on my own?
I can sew buttons, do hemming,
Or any other kind of manual labor.
Why do you want to take it home?
Well, I have 2 kids.
My oldest just started 1st grade and has to be at school by 7:20 in the morning. My youngest is only 4 and isn't even in preschool yet.
My in-laws used to watch them for me.
But my mother-in-law had a bad fall a couple of days ago. And my father-in-law isn't doing very well either. He has high blood pressure and had to be hospitalized once last year.
So now that I'm working here at the factory,
I have to drop my oldest off at school every morning first, and then rush over here on my bike.
by the time I get to the factory, it's already around 8:15.
Please don't think I'm trying to be lazy.
I've actually done the math over the last few days.
If I could work from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon,
Without ever being late or taking any time off.
I could make about 6,000 yuan a month. But in reality, there's just no way for me to be on time every single day.
There's always something coming up.
like last week, my oldest had a fever, so I had to take half a day off.
And just like that, I lost my piece rate pay for that entire afternoon.
I was just thinking.
If there's any simple work that I could do anywhere,
I could do it at home for 2 hours at night after putting the kids to bed.
even just 1 hour would help.
Finish up what you're working on first.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Mr. Chen hasn't gone to eat yet? Is he not hungry? And Joe, let me ask you something. How many people around here do sewing and needlework right from their own homes?
Don't forget, our town used to have a solid foundation in this trade years ago.
Practically every woman in every household knows how to use a sewing machine. Back then, a sewing machine was one of the big 3 items in a bride's dowry.
Even when women who didn't work in the factories still did sewing at home.
They'd alter pants for their neighbors.
Or set up stalls during holidays to sew quilt covers.
Sure, you might not count them as official factory workers.
But their skills are just as good. They don't have factory badges,
And they've never been on anyone's official payroll. They just sit right there in their own living rooms,
Cumping away at some ancient foot pedal sewing machine. Mended clothes for their families for most of their lives.
If you want to say they don't count,
well, legally, they don't.
But if you're asking me how many women in this county can pick up a needle and thread and deliver neat, professional work, let me give you a number.
just so you have an idea of what we're looking at.
To start with, at least 2,000.
If that's the case, then there must be at least 4,000 women in our county who know how to sew.
And that's a conservative estimate.
In that case, our factory's workforce is barely a drop in the bucket.
We aren't even close. But honestly, even if you wanted to hire them all,
You couldn't handle it.
Your orders are too small, and your overhead is way too high.
4,000 people. Imagine how many factories you'd need to house them all.
Then why do you think all those women with sewing skills haven't applied to work here?
Do you really want to know?
Of course, well, for starters, many of them are grandparents in their 50s and 60s left behind to raise the kids. They've still got the skills.
But because the hiring age limit is capped at 50.
They're locked out of the job market by Social Security regulations.
Second, years of hard labor have left them with chronic back and leg pains. They can't sit for hours on end doing heavy factory shifts anymore. They can only do odd jobs at home whenever they find a spare moment. Third, some simply can't leave the house. The kids are too small, and there's no one to watch them. Their sons and daughters-in-law are out of town working, leaving the grandkids with them. They can't just abandon the grandchildren to go to work. And fourth, it's too far. In the winter, the roads freeze over. Imagine a woman in her 50s trying to ride a motorcycle to work on icy roads. If something happens to her, who's going to take responsibility? Honestly, there are all kinds of reasons. But if you sum it up, it all comes down to money.
Because they don't have money, their lives are full of struggles. And because their lives are full of struggles, they can't make any money.
Wow, you really see right through things, don't you? Look, I spent most of my life in this town. I've seen all kinds of people.
Some people are worth helping.
And some are just beyond help.
It's hard enough for you to support all these people.
You don't need to go taking risks for them.
I was just making small talk, that's all.
I bet.
Did you ask me this because Jalahome said something to you?
How did you know? She's been late for her shifts lately.
And when it's time to leave, she's always the first one to pack up.
She's not lazy though. She's just constantly rushing in and rushing out.
Why would someone who came all the way back from Dongguan, who's doing a perfectly fine job at your sewing machines, be in such a rush? She must be struggling to manage things at both ends. Today, she even asked me if there was any work she could take home to do.
And what did you tell her?
I told her I'd keep it in mind.
Zhao Lihong is a really good person.
Life hasn't been easy for any of them.
Please go a little easy on her, Boss Chen.
Auntie, I didn't mean it like that at all.
I was just curious. Anyway, now that you've got your answer, you should get back to work. I still have plenty of work to do. We're still far from finishing those 4,000 pieces.
All right, I won't keep you then, Auntie Zhao.
You should be the one who lights the spark.
Your business model is just unsustainable.
You have 9 million in annual fixed cost. Director Wan is here. I just ran into some out-of-toner on his way out downstairs. He looked miserable.
He said he wanted to set up a plastic pellet processing project.
First thing out of his mouth, he demanded 3 years of tax exemptions and 5 years of free rent.
And guess how much his actual investment is?
Just 200,000! For a tiny 200,000 project, he has the nerve to demand 2 million in policy support. He'd even wanted the management committee to fund a new road and pull a dedicated power line for him. Anyway, let's not talk about him.
As for you, why are you back again?
I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not.
But I really do need your help. I also need another factory space. Actually, I need a third factory. Didn't we just hand you the paperwork for that 3,200 square meter factory yesterday? You probably haven't even filled it with equipment yet, have you?
Chen, I know you're in a hurry.
But you can't just rush into things like this. You think I'm taking too big of a leap, Director Wang?
Hear me out.
I don't need this factory space to actually run a factory.
If you're not running a factory, what do you need the space for?
This is a new kind of factory. It won't house any sewing machines. And we won't hire assembly line workers. It's going to be a distribution center. I've run the numbers. If we hire workers directly into the factory, I have to cover base salaries, social security, utilities, equipment depreciation, and management fees. That's what they call a heavy asset model. Even if I secure 10 major buyout contracts, we still couldn't absorb all the skilled labor in this county. Many people, because of their age, health issues, or childcare responsibilities, simply can't work in a factory. So I changed my approach. I'm bringing the work directly to their doorsteps. The warehouse will handle bulk purchasing, fabric cutting, sorting accessories, and packaging everything into kits.
Home-based workers can pick up the materials nearby, assemble them at home, and bring them back for centralized quality control.
They get paid by the piece, and any defective items are sent back for rework.
Director Wang, this is a work-from-home model.
People use their own equipment and electricity to work flexibly right from their homes. They have total freedom over their time and get paid monthly. Once we scale this up, it will create a unique specialized industry cluster. How do you control the quality? If the quality drops, your reputation will be ruined. We'll keep high-end premium garments in-house for meticulous craftsmanship and strict quality control. The outsourced home-based work will only be for basic budget clothing. Simple processes that just require neat and tidy work. It will be strictly piece rate with no base salary. Unacceptable work is sent back for rework. And any damaged fabric must be paid for at market price. You clever kid. You brilliant kid.
小陈. Oh, 小陈.
You really are a sharp young man. How on earth does your brain work? I just want to make a little more money. If we pull this off using your method, the economic bloodstream of the entire county will be completely revitalized. So, Director Wang, as for the factory space, you have my full support. I'll call Old Shu right away to handle the handover with you. How big of a space do you need? About 1,000 square meters will do. The road in front needs to be wide, so that dozens or even 100 electric trices can easily load and unload at the same time. No problem. Warehouse 14 in Area C, 1,200 square meters. It comes with a big yard out front. It's all yours. Director Wang, there's actually one more major issue where we'll need some policy support to help us navigate and mitigate tax and labor risks. By not classifying them as temporary workers, we eliminate any risk of labor disputes or workplace injury compensation claims. Instead, we'll have all the workers register for business licenses as sole proprietors. The factory will then sign outsourcing contracts with them. All payments will be processed through business accounts, drawing a crystal clear line of liability. Everything will be completely compliant. Think. But having 2,000 housewives line up at the business registry to sign up for licenses, not only is the process incredibly tedious, but just walking into that registration hall would scare most of them off. So, I was hoping the management committee and the business registry could accommodate us a little and set up a fast-track channel. Skip the endless paperwork. All they'll need to do is bring their IDs to the distribution center for a one-time registration and process their business licenses in bulk. We need to get these documents sorted out as soon as possible. Once everyone has a license, they won't just be taking my orders. They can actually take outside orders and run their own businesses without having to rely on anyone else's help.
They'll be able to earn an honest living and stand on their own 2 feet.
And once this industry takes off, it'll jumpstart the entire local economy. Naturally, the government's tax base will expand as well. This isn't just about me. Well, look at you. You've really got it all figured out. Don't worry. I have the authority to pull a few strings for a minor policy like this. I'll go brief Director Zhang this afternoon.
Work with the business registry to set up a special fast-track channel.
Thank you so much. Now hurry up and get everything set up on your end.
I'll be waiting for your good news.
As long as you can pull this off, I guarantee the policy will be in place the very next day. Hello, Chen Feng?
What's wrong, Sue?
Listen, next Tuesday,
Field of company shareholders are going to your factory for an on-site inspection.
why so sudden? Sudden? Are you kidding? We got millions worth of inventory riding on your little workshop.
Even though I managed to block the plan to pull out during the last meeting,
We still want to see your scale and production lines for themselves.
So get ready.
Aren't you coming with them?
I'm tied up with 2 autumn trade shows and can't get away.
These guys have incredibly high standards.
I'm not worried about your quality.
But I'm afraid they'll target your production capacity.
Just make sure you play it safe.
Don't worry, Miss Sue.
After all, I did spend time in Shanghai. I know exactly how to handle these clients. All right, cut the attitude. What's the real reason you're calling me?
Miss Sue,
Do you happen to have any lower-end orders on hand?
Why are you asking?
Is a 4,000-piece order of high-end coats not enough to satisfy you?
With your limited capacity, you should be focusing on this batch instead of wasting energy on cheap orders.
Miss Sue, you've got me all wrong.
I actually hired a new batch of workers over the last few days.
The craftsmanship for high-end orders is way too complex.
I can't just let them touch your expensive fabrics right away.
But I can't just let them sit around doing nothing either.
So I was thinking of getting some cheap orders for them to practice on.
I see.
But I definitely don't deal with low-end goods here.
So don't get your hopes up. Large or small, anything works, as long as the work is simple enough. All right, I'll send you their contact info later. Oh, and Miss Sue, although I'm currently working on high-end orders, and the source of orders is relatively stable, I still haven't fully figured out how the entire supply chain actually works. How do those factories making cheap white label brands actually survive?
Chen Feng, why do I feel like you're planning something else?
Well, I'm still new to this industry. I just want to learn as much as I can. Let me put it this way. The competition in the low-end market is absolutely brutal. It all comes down to just 2 things: low prices and fast delivery. With these kinds of goods, nobody cares about fabric quality or stitching details. The small factories are basically doing grunt work just to get by. The ones that actually make it big rely on massive volume, with orders of tens of thousands or even 100,000 pieces. They're all fighting over the top-tier sellers.
You're just a beginner. Don't go getting mixed up in that mess.
So what you're saying is, as long as I can keep up with the speed and, quote, lower processing fees than anyone else, I can take over a piece of that market? That makes sense in theory. But Qingzhou County is at a major geographical disadvantage. An A-Lun county like yours lacks the capacity for massive orders, and you can't compete with the workshops around Jiangsu and Zhejiang for smaller ones. Ultimately, you have absolutely no advantage when it comes to shipping costs and logistics. You're better off just focusing on high-end apparel than securing that 4,000 coat order. Securing this steady stream of clients is our safest bet. All right, got it, Sisu. Sku, we have a meeting in 10 minutes. If you so much as blink, Li Hao will come running. Right. I just went to the Investment Promotion Bureau and secured factory number 14 in Zone C. It's 1,200 square meters. The handover is tomorrow. But we haven't even filled B13 yet. Why are we opening another factory? Listen, we're making this one a distribution center. You guys will handle the execution.
Let's get down to business first.
Sku, I plan to tackle our losses first. For these 4,000 high-end orders, the wages stay exactly as they are.
That's final.
Even if we lose money on this batch, we must protect our reputation. Once this batch is done, we'll adjust the pricing for future orders. Go ahead and run the profit calculations based on industry standards. Get the unit prices, base salaries, and waste margins all sorted out. Leave it to me. Now, the second matter. We are not putting any high-end equipment in the newly rented C14 warehouse. No high-pressure assembly lines either. We'll only take cheap, unbranded orders and outsource them to local stay-at-home mothers in the county. But how are we going to control the quality of outsourced work? The warehouse will cut and pack the materials uniformly. Anyone who wants the work can come pick it up themselves. Once finished, they bring it back for an on-the-spot quality check. If it passes, we settle the payment. If it fails, they redo it. No base salary. No clocking in. The
Strictly freelance partnership.
Right. Now for the last and most critical part. We have the space, and we have the hands. What we need now is a massive influx of low-end orders. Howsy, your job is going to be crucial. Don't hang around the factory for the next few days. Go find around 20 guys who are sharp-minded and smooth talkers.
They don't have to be geniuses.
But they must know how to put on a good act. Pay them 100 yuan a day, plus gas money.
What are we recruiting them for?
Send them out to cities across the province to visit garment factories with over 100 workers. Have them pose as e-commerce sellers with 2 sample garments, claiming they have an order of 100,000 pieces, and squeeze out their absolute lowest manufacturing price. What about our shipping times and delivery costs?
We need to dig up everything on our competitors.
And once we get their pricing, once we pry their absolute lowest prices out of them,
You'll slash another 10% off that bottom line and use it as our factory's official quote.
everyone, listen up. I've got a new factory policy to announce.
Starting the day after tomorrow, neighboring warehouse C4 will officially open.
The factory is rolling out a freelance program.
Wait, freelance work? What does that mean?
It means you pick up the fabric and take it home to do it yourself.
No need to clock in. No set shifts.
And once you finish, as long as it passes inspection, you get paid monthly.
Mr. Chen said,
For every worker you refer,
As long as they pass the sewing test,
and successfully take home their first batch of fabrics,
the factory will pay you a referral bonus on the spot.
$200 in cold, hard cash.
My older sister used to work in a textile factory.
She can only work sitting down now. Is that okay? I told you, as long as they have hands, can use a sewing machine, and pass inspection, they're good to go. If they don't know how to use one, there's a free 3-day training. Once they pass, they'll get the fabrics, and you still get your referral bonus.
Is there the limit on the number of spots?
First come, first served.
This is only for the first batch.
The day after tomorrow at 8 in the morning, Warehouse C4 opens for training. If you want to refer people,
You'd better go get them. Tonight.
are you trying to kill me? The oil is already smoking hot.
There's a new policy at the factory.
They're opening a new warehouse for freelance work at home. You get paid by the piece.
Working from home? For real? Not only do they pay you, but you also get a cut. Mr. Chen promised that if you bring an experienced worker to pick up materials, the referrer gets... Guess how much?
200 in cash. $200. Your second aunt knows how to sew.
And your cousin, too.
And Widow Lee downstairs? She used to hem jeans for people.
Gushi.
Gushi, stop feeding those stupid pigs of yours. I'll pick you up at 7:30 the day after tomorrow.
There's a way for us to make a fortune.
If we get there late, we won't even get a scrap of thread.
Listen up, ladies. Don't say I jolly home. Don't share the wealth when there's money to be made.
Mr. Chen's factory in the development zone is outsourcing some work. And you don't even have to work in an office.
You can take the materials home to do the work.
You get paid by the piece.
If you don't know how to do it, there is 3 days of free training. The day after tomorrow at 8 in the morning, I'll lead a group to warehouse C14. Who wants in?
Type 1 in the chat group right now. Ladies, please don't rush.
Today is just for setting up the venue. We won't start filling out the forms until tomorrow. Young lady, you've got to sign me up.
I've been operating a sewing machine for 30 years.
Just give me a form. Give me the beggar phone.
Quiet down, everyone.
I am the owner of this factory.
Now, I have 3 rules. First, the venue is closed today. Everyone, go home. Second, form filling starts tomorrow morning at 8.
You are already disrupting our production schedule. Third,
Clear the road right now.
within 3 minutes, if you don't leave and keep crowding the gate, no matter how skilled you are, we will never hire you. What's your name? What's your name?
九巧巧，大大离炮远酷了你。
I graduated from a junior college in Nanjing. I did HR and administration at a power plant for 2 years.
My hometown is Chang'an Town.
I just got back the day before yesterday. Brother Liu Hao said the factory was short-handed, so I came over.
Why didn't you just threaten to cancel their spots earlier? I'm just a new HR hire.
I didn't dare to use the hiring quota to pressure them.
What if it caused a conflict?
I wouldn't be able to handle the consequences.
You worked at a big company in Nanjing for 2 years. But that corporate stuff doesn't work on these working class women.
They don't care about rules. They only understand fines and pay cuts. You should learn from Director Zhang later.
He has a real way with managing this crowd.
Yes, I understand.
There will only be more people tomorrow than today. Don't hold that stack of forms out where people can easily grab them. Go to the storage room and grab 3 long tables. Have the logistics staff help you.
Set them up inside the main gate.
Pull up the barricade tape. Let everyone in batches, organized by their village. Make sure to mark anyone with special circumstances on the form, like those who have elderly parents or kids to care for.
Go buy some disposable cups and 5 large jugs of bottled water.
Make sure to pour water for the people waiting during tomorrow's assessment.
If they're working under my roof,
We need to show them the respect they deserve first. Got it? No problem.
All right, this works. Let's split up.
each of us takes one area. Let's try to secure all the sewing machines today.
Keep everyone updated in the group chat on how it's going. You guys find the stock and negotiate the price, and I'll handle the payment.
Mr. Liu, are we really looking for 500 machines?
Don't worry about the exact number. Just start looking. It's not even guaranteed the secondhand market has that many.
Let's lock them down first and worry about the rest later.
Let's move. You're Zhao Hui, right?
Oh, said you're a sharp guy.
You used to do procurement in the provincial capital. What brought you back this time?
Well, I don't mind telling you, it's kind of embarrassing.
I wasn't making any money. Once you pay for food and rent in the city, there's nothing left at the end of the year. I only came back to give it a shot because a friend mentioned there's a garment factory right in our backyard.
Fair enough. Work hard. I can't promise you much else, but I can guarantee you'll make good money right here at home. Sounds good.
Here we go. It's open.
Who rented this place before?
Some guy selling hardware parts. He left almost 2 years ago. He only used it to store inventory, so he never really messed with the place. That's why it's still in pretty decent shape inside.
Old Sue, do me a favor and clear out that scrap metal in the corner over there. I'll have some guys come in tomorrow to set up the shelves. Sounds good?
I'll get 2 guys over this afternoon to tidy up. Anything else you need? No, that's all for now. Thanks for your help. Don't mention it.
I heard the word you put out yesterday. Man, you're really going big this time. If this actually works out, the whole county is going to owe you big time. Come on, old she. It's not as big a deal as you make it sound.
We're all just trying to get by. Hey sis, pick 4 of your quickest workers to handle the inspection on the west side of C14 tomorrow.
There's going to be a massive crowd tomorrow, and things are bound to get chaotic.
You need to map out the different zones tonight.
The lines for picking up materials, inspecting goods, and registering must be kept completely separate. Don't let people crowd together.
We've practically cleared out every secondhand machine in the entire county. Some people have theirs buried under piles of junk as flower stands, so they're not going to part with them easily.
Never mind that now. We have to grab whatever we can get right away. If we don't have enough, how are we supposed to deliver? When people show up tomorrow, just tell them it's first come, first served for this first batch of machines.
Once the panic of missing out on a machine sets in,
The crowd is only going to get bigger.
Mr. Chen, I got 342 machines. I'm already on my way back with them.
Mr. Chen, all the materials are secured. Wait, how did you get them so fast? Even if they had stock, going through the normal process would take until tomorrow, right? Well, Mr. Chen, a supplier owed me a favor that he never paid back, so I just gave him a call and told him I needed this rushed.
He happened to have some on hand and transferred them over immediately. Great, thanks for your hard work. Our supplies are ready, and the army is on its way. Honey, do you think Fengzi is biting off more than he can chew this time? You saw it yesterday. He barely scraped together over 300 of those beat-up machines.
What if the news doesn't spread out of Feng Shou today? Or even if it does? What if those village women don't believe it?
And C14 is really going to become
A junkyard.
If that happens, where is Feng Zi going to hide his face?
Oh, come on. When has Xia Feng ever done anything without a solid plan?
You think he's like you?
I'm just being realistic here.
Think about it. Getting hundreds of rural women who spend all day in the kitchen to leave their husbands and kids behind, just to come here to grab materials and work. Do you really think that's easy to pull off? I'm just worried only a handful of people will show up today. Well, if you could figure it out, you'd be running a factory yourself.
Just focus on driving. You're going to be busy today.
Fine, fine. Point taken, Director John.
We're almost there, just around the next turn. Stop worrying. I bet old Sue and the guys are already...
Holy crap, honey. There must be 500 or 600 people out there. Are our 300 plus beat-up machines even going to be enough for them to fight over? Look over there.
What are you standing there for?
Code Tianfeng, quick.
Get all the security guards from Bishing Phase 2 and Phase 13 over here. If we just open the gates now, there's going to be a stampede. Hey, don't push! I've been here since 7 o'clock. 7? That's nothing. My mother-in-law's been standing in line for me since 6. Where is everyone? Mom, where are you? I'm here! Stop shouting, the whole line can hear you.
Hold your spot. More people are still coming in from outside.
Let me tell you, the owner of this factory is from Qingze.
He's not some outsider.
He's local. Which village? How should I know? But I heard he treats his workers really well. They provide meals and even pay for insurance.
If we can get Social Security, our future will be secured.
Social Security? That's gotta be a scam, right?
Which factory around here actually pays insurance for its workers? Exactly. That's why it's such a big deal, because we've never seen it before.
Sister, do you know what time they open the doors?
I don't know.
Usually it's 8 o'clock, but we don't have an exact time. 8 o'clock?
But that's still half an hour away.
Out of the way. Hey, don't ride your bike into the crowd. It's packed up front. I know, I'm just parking right here.
Julian,
Are you here?
did you save a spot? If you're here, squeeze over to the left. The left.
This is even crazier than when the grain station used to hand out rations back in the day. Fengzi, you need to get over here right now.
The entrance of C14 is absolutely packed. The road is completely blocked. I can't even drive my car in. How many people? Who knows? 500 or 600, maybe even more, and they're still coming. It's like we stirred up a hornet's nest.
Your sister-in-law doesn't even dare to open the door.
You need to hurry up.
Excuse me, let me through. Move, please.
Ma'am, I work here at the factory. Who are you?
I'm the boss.
The boss. You're the boss. Oh, thank God you're finally here.
You said we'd open at 8, but it's already 8:10. Look at this crowd. I've screamed myself hoarse. Hey everyone, the boss is here.
Who's the boss?
Stop pushing in the back. You guys in the back. Get back.
Stop crowding. Quit shoving.
We're getting crushed here. Everyone, Take a step back.
It's too packed at the entrance. Someone is getting crushed at the front. Halsey, where the hell are you?
I'm at the intersection. The car can't get through. I called the security guards from B12, but there are only 4 of them. What the hell are they going to do? Listen to me.
Go you right now.
Tell him to get every single person he can find from the management committee down here. Fast.
We need at least 20 people to control this crowd.
20? Where the hell am I supposed to find 20 people?
Didn't you fucking claim to know everyone who matters?
Well, pull every single favor you have right now.
I don't care what you have to do. Just get it done.
Attention, everyone.
This is the Kangwon police station.
The crowd at the front is too dense.
This is a serious safety hazard.
Everyone, step back 5 meters immediately.
Step back behind the 50-meter line and form an orderly queue.
Only those in line will be allowed inside. If you don't line up, you won't be served today.
Officer Chen. Director Wang.
What are you doing here? How could I not be here any later, and a major disaster would have happened?
Chief Shang personally called me first thing this morning.
He said the hype he drummed up yesterday was way too much.
And that you probably wouldn't be able to control the crowd today. So he tipped off Chief Fan at the Changwon police station in advance.
And had a team put on standby.
Chief Fan got the alert at 7 o'clock this morning.
And they were planning to get here by 8. At 7:30, people were already calling 110 to report that the development zone road was completely gridlocked. The local police station had to dispatch officers early. Seriously, Chen, what were you thinking?
For a massive public gathering like this, you have to file a report beforehand.
You have to report it to the management committee. Let's get it. And you have to report it to the local police. You're running a legitimate business here, not setting up some random street vendor stall with hundreds of people packed together. What if someone gets hurt? What if an elderly person falls or a child gets trampled?
Do you have any idea what that's called?
That's a major public safety incident. Once you get slapped with that label, it won't just be a matter of paying a few medical bills. The whole development zone will undergo rectification, and your factory will be shut down for inspection.
They might even send an investigation team down from the top.
Your factory is just getting off the ground.
How many rounds of this chaos do you think you can survive?
We got your one. I really didn't expect this many people to show up.
Yesterday, I estimated at most 200 to 300, and we only prepared supplies for 300.
200 to 300. Look out there. That's at least 500 to 600 people. You're a smart kid. I'll give you that. But you need to take some photos of this crowd today and keep them. This isn't for posting on social media. It's for your official records.
They'll come in handy in the future.
Has it started yet? Is the line moving?
Everyone, listen up.
I'm the owner of this factory. My last name is Chen.
That's him. That's Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen. Quiet down, everyone.
Today, we only have 3 rules. Number 1. Today is for registration only. No materials will be distributed today. None. Now, rule number 2. Everyone who registers today will be put on our official partnership list.
As long as you've registered.
When we distribute materials later, we will prioritize you based on the order of registration.
If you don't register, you'll have to get in the back of the line next time.
Now, rule number 3. On the registration form, there's a section for a refer. If you were referred by one of our workers or by their family or friends,
make sure to write their name down.
Ma'am, how old are you this year?
68. Ma'am, at your age, you might not be able to make the official list later, you know?
I know. Then why are you still registering?
Why not? If I register, there's always a chance I might get some work. Didn't you say we could take the work home to do?
I'll be working from home, so I won't even be taking up your space.
Name, Chen Shoye. Age, 19. Are you still in school?
No, I dropped out after only 6 months.
Why did you drop out?
My family ran out of money.
Do you have any sewing experience? I learned for 6 months at a vocational school. I can cut in a straight line and do a little overlock stitching, though I'm a bit rusty. Here, keep this. Don't lose it. You'll receive a notification later.
Fengzi, that's enough for now. It's almost 1 o'clock.
Old Drong and the officers are still out there keeping watch. We can't let them work on empty stomachs.
Yeah, tell sis-in-law and the others to take shifts.
Swap every 10 minutes.
Hurry up and grab some food. I'll go check things out over there.
Oh, and go order some more food.
It doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Just get it fast so these female workers can get something in their stomachs. Okay, I got it.
Thank you for your hard work, Chief Fan. In this blistering heat, it's all thanks to you guys holding down the fort.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have even been able to open our doors today.
Shen, my boy, I've been in Changguan for 10 years and I've never seen a crowd like this.
I've only ever seen people blocking doors to demand payments. This is the first time I've ever seen people blocking doors begging for work.
The people here in Qingzhe County aren't lazy.
They just truly have nowhere to apply themselves.
If you can really keep this factory going, you'll be doing a truly noble deed. I'll remember this favor. Just keep this place in order.
Preventing any chaos is the greatest support you can give us.
All right, go tend to your business.
We'll grab a quick bite and keep watching.
Director Wan, have something hot to eat?
You've been watching all afternoon.
Did you notice anything? Yes, I realize this place carries a much heavier weight than I imagined.
It's supposed to be heavy.
These hundreds of people represent hundreds of families. Every single name we write down
is like opening a window of hope for a household. Sister Gu, are the numbers on your end tallied up yet?
total registered count today is 762 people. By age distribution, 94 of them are under 25 years old. 378 are between 25 and 40 years old. 243 are between 40 and 55 years old. 741 are local residents.
7 are from neighboring counties.
14 are from other districts. 481 have experience working in factories or workshops.
137 have experience using home sewing machines, but no factory experience.
144 people have absolutely no experience.
The referral column, out of 762 applicants, 236 filled in a refer.
Among them, Long Xiaowei's name appeared 67 times, Zhao Nihong 23 times,
Then Kui 18 times.
The rest are scattered under the names of other workers in the factory.
meaning over 500 people came on their own just from word of mouth. Only 236 had referrers. You see,
Being able to take work home to do is clearly a massive draw. Out of 762, we'll pick 340 for training tomorrow. 340.
what about the other 400 plus people? Sister-in-law, there are 3 screening criteria. First, those with sewing experience get priority. We have 481 experienced candidates, so we'll select from them first. Second,
Local residents get priority. The 21 people from Amping and other districts will be put on the wait list for now. We'll keep their information on file.
They won't be in the first batch.
Third, under equal conditions, those who put down a referrer get priority. What about the ones who don't get chosen? You have to give them some kind of explanation. Hundreds of people traveled all this way.
You can't just tell them they didn't make it and send them packing.
Hosey, for those who didn't make the first batch, keep their registration info on file.
once the first batch finishes training, we'll start the second batch immediately.
As long as they've registered, everyone will get a chance.
Now, the second thing.
Starting right now,
Stop all referral bonuses. The word is already out. As long as the first batch successfully gets work, people will keep pouring in. There's no need for us to play this sucker anymore.
All right, that's it for today.
let's put in some overtime today.
I'll stay and help you input the data. Official training starts tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Thank 3 acceptable pieces, and you can sign a contract to become a regular employee.
Hosey, starting tomorrow, you begin your work.
Thank some people to investigate the rates of the garment processing factories around the provincial capital. Got it? You're back?
Yeah.
How is that factory?
It's all right. I registered, but I have to wait for the notification.
How many days do we have to wait? They didn't say. If there's no notice in 2 days, just go down to the factory and wait around. If they see you showing up every day, they might just give you a shot. These days, do you have any idea how hard it is to find a decent job in this county? And besides, didn't they make it clear? You can bring the fabric home and do the work here. That way you can sew from home and help out around the house, like feeding the chickens. Just look at you, moping around all day with nothing going for you.
Don't blame Mom for pulling you out of school.
If you actually had good grades, I would definitely support you. But look at what you want to study. Art, fashion design. Do you honestly think our family can afford that?
The tuition alone is thousands of yuan a year.
Even if you graduate, there's no guarantee you'll make anything of yourself. You'd better find a job and start working as soon as possible. Give it a couple of years. And we'll find you a nice family to marry into.
I'm not being biased here.
Your brother is great at school, so of course, Mom has to support him.
We only have so much money, so someone has to come first.
You might not all end up as designers in the future,
But you must learn to look at the texture of the fabric.
See how light falls on the clothes and how a person's entire aura transforms once they put them on.
observing is where everything begins. Hello,
Is this Chen Shui you?
I'm with HR at Jinxing Garment Factory. My name is Joe. You studied basic sewing at a vocational school for 6 months, correct?
Yes. Report to Building C14 tomorrow morning at 8.
Your assessment will be in 3 days. If you make 3 qualified pieces, we'll sign your contract and make you a full-time employee. Can you make it?
Hey, Ming, time for dinner.
Oh, my sweet girl. You have no idea how crazy it was out there today.
Mom, drink some water. I'll drink it later.
You should have seen the crowd today. I've lived in this county for 60 years, and I've never seen anything so wild. 5 lines stretched all the way out,
All packed with people looking for work. Red banners waving. Absolutely packed to the brim.
There had to be at least 700 or 800 people. They even had to call in the police.
The police had to set up barriers just to get people in line.
Do you know what time I got there?
I got there at 7, and when I looked,
Good grief. The entrance was already packed. There was even an old lady sitting on a plastic stool, saving a spot for her daughter. Mom, you're an old lady too.
she can't compete with me.
I'm much quicker on my feet than she is. Thank goodness your mom is sharp. Once I got there, I didn't budge an inch. I just camped out right by the entrance.
I stood my ground, solid as a rock.
No matter who pushed, I didn't give an inch. That's how I managed to get to the front of the line. When my turn finally came,
I gave them my name, phone number, and 499 card number, one by one.
The girl doing the registration was writing so fast. When she finished, she asked if I had any sewing experience. I said, of course I do. I used to work shifts at the textile factory back in the day, so I've spent half my life operating machines.
We even have an old Phoenix brand treadle machine at home. I did all the mending over the years. Then the girl asked if I had a referral. I said, yes. My daughter works right here in your factory.
用笑火佛莫世界身躯，安和某找。
Did you shout my name super loud when you told them? Of course. I wanted everyone standing nearby to hear me. My daughter makes over $8,000 a month in this factory.
I didn't just come here to join the crowd.
I've got real experience. You should have seen the others. Some of them were holding babies.
Some rode their bikes for over an hour to get here.
And some even came from out of town, all staring anxiously at that big iron gate, terrified they might miss their chance.
Standing in that line, I couldn't help but think, how are these people any different from how I used to be? We're all just desperate for a place to earn a living. Let me tell you,
I have a strong feeling.
The tide is turning here in Chingsa County.
Hello?
Hello, is this Chan Meibo?
Yes, that's me. This is HR at Jinchen Garment Factory.
my name is Yo. We've verified your registration details. Please report to warehouse C14 tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Your assessment will be in 3 days.
Yes. I'll definitely be there.
Don't you worry. I'll absolutely make it.
See? What did I tell you? We were just talking about it, and the call came right in. I have to report to the factory tomorrow for 3 days of training.
That's wonderful, Mom.
Now we can work together.
What's wrong? Why do you look so pale?
The worker fell from the second floor today because he wasn't wearing a safety harness. He didn't die, but his leg is shattered, and they rushed him to the hospital.
The construction site is absolute chaos right now.
The client's representatives showed up, and they're just pointing fingers and arguing. I just hope we can get paid on time. Right, Gene?
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something.
What is it?
Well, I want you to quit that construction job.
The factory is hiring sales reps right now.
You know, going out to pitch orders and deal with clients.
Liu Hao can't handle it all by himself. Mr. Ken told him to bring a few more people on board.
I'm just a manual laborer. I don't even know the first thing about business. Hey, don't sell yourself short.
You've coached construction for years, and you've balanced the books with the foreman. You've even dealt with the clients for quality inspections.
How much is a bag of cement? How much is a ton of steel rebar?
You know all those prices like the back of your hand.
All that experience will definitely come in handy.
Besides, even Mom signed up.
She's reporting to the factory tomorrow. Jinju, I get the feeling Mr. Chen has some big plans. If you stick with Mr. Chen, we'll definitely benefit when things take off in the future.
Look at Liu Hao. Wasn't he just a taxi driver before? He just chose the right person to follow. If you start doing sales, who knows? Down the road, you might even secure your own contracts. But what if Mr. Chen doesn't want me? There's no point in guessing whether he'll say yes or no right now. That's a worry for later.
Right now, the factory really is hiring.
Going there is way better than staying at the construction site. At least the factory pays on time.
What about that Liu Hao guy?
What's he like? Is he easy to get along with?
He's a great guy. Very loyal. He's got a loud voice and loves to ramble, but he always gets the job done.
Either way, you definitely won't get pushed around working under him.
We're all from the same town after all.
It's not like anyone's actually going to give you a hard time. All right, I got it. I'll give it a shot later.
Director, there are a few older ladies here who fix machines even faster than I do.
Well, that's great. Saves me some labor costs then.
Not bad. You passed.
You must be Li Zhenjiang, right? Come on in.
Your wife told you about this, right?
I need someone to handle the outside operations.
Did you ever deal with the clients back when you worked construction?
When it's time for the final handoff and inspection, the client will show up.
Our team leader has to walk them through everything.
Sometimes, if he's too busy, I can step in. Would that work?
Let me be completely honest with you. I don't need you to be some smooth-talking sweet talker. Nor do I need you to know how to suck up to people. In sales, smooth talkers are a dime a dozen.
But reliable people? They're hard to come by. What I need is for you to meet the clients. And when you come back, repeat what they said word for word. Think you can handle that?
If you can, great. Tomorrow morning at 8, right here.
Shadow me for 3 days first. You watch what I do and learn.
Don't worry about the pay.
It's a base salary plus commission. If you deliver, I'll make sure you're well taken care of.
And if you don't,
well, then you just don't. That's life.
Nobody's going to blame you.
Li Zhenju, your wife is one of the best workers in our factory.
She says you've got what it takes, so I believe you can do it too. Chen, are you free this afternoon? Can you swing by the Investment Promotion Bureau? Is 2 o'clock all right with you?
Director Wang, I've put together the data from the last couple of days. Take a look. There are 47 people over 55 years old. I'll keep a copy of this. But that's not why I called you here today. Yesterday afternoon, I met with someone. They came all the way from Zhejiang. There were 3 of them, and one's last name is Fan. They called him President Fang. He brought an assistant and a technical consultant with him. They're also in the garment industry. They said they want to invest and build a factory here in Qingze. That's great news. It means Qingce is finally getting on the map. Director Wan, weren't you just stressing over our investment numbers? Well, here's your chance. It's not as great as it sounds. There's something a bit off about them. Usually, when people want to invest, they ask about local policies, land prices, tax incentives, stuff like that. But this guy, Fang, didn't ask about any of that. Instead, he asked how many skilled sewing workers we have in Qingce County and where they're currently located. Are there any fully organized worker teams we can just take over as a whole? Look, you'll have to do your own digging for that. We at the Investment Promotion Bureau don't provide that kind of data. He just smiled and didn't push any further. But their technical advisor kept taking notes, and they even submitted a letter of intent to invest. All the paperwork was in order. Their main business is garment manufacturing. But this company has only been around for 8 months. Are you saying they're shady? Your factory hasn't even been open for a month.
And people are already snooping around, asking specifically about you.
Chen, did you offend someone out there? No, right?
I'm way too small time to even be on anyone's radar.
Then that makes even less sense. When crops suddenly sprout on a barren plot of land,
It doesn't just attract neighbors.
It might bring locusts. Director Wang, I get the picture now. Thank you so much.
Chen, remember one thing.
Building trust and loyalty with people takes forever. But losing them to someone else happens in a heartbeat. Got it?
how's the situation? It's hard to say.
Lately, that guy Chen Fang has been running a cottage industry setup. The workers do all the work in their own homes and just bring the finished goods in for inspection. Sure, we were doing this 10 years ago, but for a small town like this, it's a completely new game. Anyway, our main goal wasn't to completely destroy him. How's the search on our end going? Not very well. I heard 700 or 800 people signed up, but they're all just basic laborers. They're not the ones we want. Mr. Fang, how about I go down to the development zone this afternoon?
I can just say I was passing by and check if there are any vacant factories. Don't bother.
Yesterday, when we were at the Investment Promotion Bureau, I asked Director Wang for the worker data. He was perfectly polite, but his message was loud and clear. He's not giving away information for free. Those bureaucratic slickers. One wrong move, and you'll get burned by their web of favors. Then what do? We can't just sit here and wait, Mr. Fang. How about we call it a day? We can figure it out tomorrow. Sure. Look up some foot massage places nearby. There's one called Dinding Club, right on the next street. The reviews look decent. Let's go. How many? 3? All right, 3rd floor, 3 guests. This way, gentlemen. This Strain foot massage is fine for us.
Understood. Do you have any preferred therapists?
Let's go with her. As for the 2 of us, anyone is fine. No need to choose.
我也调好多好，有吧。
Hello, sir. I'm therapist number 18, Wang Chao. I'll be taking care of you today.
Is this your first time here at Jinding, sir?
Yeah, first time. Are you guys just passing through on a business trip? Or did you come to Qingce County for something specific? Whoa. Conducting an interrogation already? Oh, of course not. I'm just looking out for you. If you're just passing through on business,
I'll use our muscle-relaxing herbal soak for you.
traveling long distances makes your soles really stiff. But if you're staying in town for a few days, then a standard soak is more than enough.
Otherwise, the herbs might be too stimulating, and you won't be able to sleep tonight. Let's go with the muscle-relaxing one then.
Factory? What factory? Just a garment factory or something. I heard one opened up around here recently. Oh, you mean Mr. Chen's factory? That place is booming. My cousin actually applied there 2 days ago. Oh? Is it a pretty big operation? Huge. I heard they have several hundred workers. Sir, looking at your shoes, do you spend a lot of time on construction sites? You've got sharp eyes. But no, it's not construction. It's the market. The fabric market. How did you know it was fabric? Just a guess. Your friend here was chatting with Yao Chen just now, asking if there are any garment factories in Qingce County. An average person wouldn't care about that. Are you in the garment business too, sir? Planning to open a factory here? Were you in this line of work before? You're joking, sir. I'm just a foot masseuse.
Do you know Qingce County well?
Of course. I grew up here.
Well, that's perfect. I actually am in the garment industry.
But I'm completely new to this area. I wanted to ask, are there a lot of sewing workers around here? They're everywhere. You can find plenty of ladies who know how to run a sewing machine. No, that's not what I mean.
The kind where 8 out of 10 households just happen to have a sewing machine doesn't count. I need a structured professional crew that can actually deliver quality work.
Well, then they're hard to come by.
If we're talking about truly skilled masters, the only one I can think of is Aunt Gillan, Joe Gillan.
She used to be a workshop supervisor at the old garment factory. Her craftsmanship is famous throughout the entire county. Are you close with her?
We're not really that close. Just met a few times. That's all.
Everyone from my mom's generation knows her. So where is this Shogulin working now? You know where she lives?
Why are you asking where she lives?
Oh, just asking.
I'm new around here. If I could get an experienced master like her to lead my team, that would be amazing. But honestly, I really don't know where she is.
Auntie Gillen is incredibly stubborn.
She's probably hiding out in some random corner. Wait, Auntie Joe?
Doesn't she live in the third house in the old alley on East Street?
There's an old locust tree right at the gate. It's really easy to spot. The third house in the East Street alley.
Yeah, it's not far from here at all.
Just walk straight east from our door, and you'll be there in about 10 minutes.
Mr. Wrong, we should probably get going.
We have a video conference in a bit, and we haven't submitted today's data yet. Look at my terrible memory.
But boss, we're only halfway through your session.
We'll finish it next time.
I've got things to take care of tonight. Some clothing manufacturers from Zhejiang were asking where Zhou Guilin lives. I know this game all too well.
These people are targeting the workers from the Chenfang factory.
Hey, Lu Hao, let me tell you something.
When things happen, don't panic.
If you panic, you'll easily blow your cover.
Patience is key. If you can't handle the small things, you'll ruin the whole plan.
Look at me. The more he pushes my buttons, the wider I smile.
And who at the last laugh? Didn't he end up giving me his rock bottom price? He absolutely did.
Just being reliable isn't enough.
You also have to learn how to play the part.
Play dumb. Act like you're easy to deal with. Pretend like you don't even care.
Only when your act is convincing will people start telling you the truth.
Miss, what's going on?
Liu Hall, a few out-of-toners just came to my shop.
They had Zhejiang accents.
Driving a Buick minivan with Zhejiang-like plates.
They asked if there were any garment factories in the county, and if they had a lot of workers. Eventually, they brought up Auntie Gillen.
Then our Chin was too quick to speak, and let her address slip out.
As soon as they got the address, they made an excuse and left right away.
I have a feeling they didn't come to catch up with Aldi Gulan. More like they're here to poach her.
If you show up late, you're on your own. Damn it. If we don't hurry, they're going to steal her right out from under our noses. Third house on the left. There's an old locust tree right by the door.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Master Zhou Gluin. I have some business to discuss with her.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Could you open the door, please?
Who are you guys? Please, take this. It's just a small token of our appreciation. We run a clothing factory over in Zhejiang. People in the trade say that the absolute best overcoat maker in the entire Anhui province is Master Zhou Gulan. We drove 10 hours straight just to get here, just to Kitari in person. So, you're here to get some clothes made? No, not for clothes. We want to hire her as the technical director at our factory. Kunkel, it's a bit awkward talking out here by the door. Do you mind if we come inside and have a seat?
Come on in. Don't just stand out there.
Uncle, my name is Fang Ru. I'm the general manager of Ruda Apparel in Zhejiang. Our factory is in Shaoxing, and we specialize in exporting high-end women's clothing. We just secured several major orders from Europe this year.
So we desperately need a technical leader who can command respect and manage the workshop.
Everyone says Master Zhou Glen's craftsmanship is a national treasure. To be completely honest with you, a master of her caliber would have major factories in Zhejiang and Shanghai, fighting over her. So, how much are you willing to pay her? An annual salary of at least 300,000 yuan. With free meals and housing included. Full benefits, including Social Security and Housing Fund, plus a year-end bonus. We'll provide a nice one-bedroom apartment in downtown Shaoxing. She can move in right away, with nothing but her suitcase. That's not bad.
And Uncle, let me add one more thing.
If Master Zhou joins our company,
Her salary is all hers, but I will personally transfer an extra 2,000 yuan to you every month.
This is completely off the books, and we won't mention a word to Master Zhou. Consider it a thank you for holding down.
just think of this 2,000 yuan as a little token of our appreciation.
How does that sound? 5,000. Pay me 5,000 a month, and I'll make sure she agrees to go with you.
Yes, of course. But we have to put that in writing. I'm a straightforward man who stands by his word. But we still need to have it down in black and white. How about this? You give me 2,000 first as a deposit. Once I get my wife on board, and the deal is done,
You can transfer the rest to me monthly.
put it right here.
Oh, that must be my wife coming back.
Why is she back so early today? What's going on? Judah, they came all the way from Zhejiang.
They drove 10 whole hours just to see you. Master Zhou, it is an honor to finally meet you.
I'm Fang Gru from Shelsingru at Garmus.
I'd come this time to ask for your expertise, to invite you to join us.
They're here to headhunt you, Auntie.
No, it's not headhunting.
It's an invitation. We came with the utmost sincerity.
Starting with an annual salary of 300,000,
6 insurances, a housing fund, and a fully equipped dorm? Not going.
I said no, and I mean no.
Go back to wherever you came from.
Gulan, don't be so stubborn.
Mr. Fang came all this way. Are you out of your mind?
Mr. Fang, I don't care where you're from or how much money you offer.
None of that has anything to do with me. The textile industry in Qingzhou County has been hollowed out for over 10 years, and not a single outside investor ever came to hire anyone. Now Yang Chen has just set up the factory.
And the town is finally starting to liven up.
And you lot swarm in like flies drawn to the scent.
You say you heard about my great skills?
Pure nonsense. I know exactly what I'm worth. If I agree to join you today, you'll just end up poaching even more people.
Kun's daddy only has so many workers. If they all get poached by you, and once your own factory stabilizes,
You'll just find some random excuse to fire them.
you people are experts at kicking workers to the curb once you're done with them.
These female workers won't even have a shoulder to cry on.
You're just putting up a big front. Who do you think you're fooling?
Auntie, that's a bit harsh. We run a legitimate business. How could we do something so heartless?
At the end of the day, isn't everyone just trying to make a living?
What difference does it make where you earn it?
Everyone wants to climb higher.
And people naturally gravitate toward better opportunities.
So, Auntie, when it comes to the benefits and pay, everything is negotiable.
Sit down, young man.
And have a proper talk. With your auntie. Cut the crap.
Always going on about how valuable us female workers are?
If we're so valuable, where were you before? Now that you see we're doing well, you want to come and mess things up? Just go back. Take your things, and don't ever come back.
All right, it's time to make dinner. Old Zhou, show them out.
Auntie. Auntie. Auntie.
Hey, over there. What do you think you're doing?
Hello. May I ask who you are?
Who the hell cares who I am?
I'm asking you, what are you doing here?
Rude Apparel from Shanghai.
My name is Fang. I'm here to visit Master Zhou. Get lost.
Get the hell out. Right now.
Are you from that factory in the development zone?
Are you deaf? I told you to get lost.
Whoa, take it easy, brother.
I'm just here to have a quick chat with Zhou Shanzi.
Nothing more to it. Nothing more to it.
We're all in business here.
Highest bidder bird, right?
It's just fair competition. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
You seriously have the nerve to say that. You come to our Qingzi County to poach our people. And you have the balls to call it fair competition? Do you have any shame at all? A small town can't hold on to talent anyway. It's just the way of the world.
A master craftsman like Master Zhou is wasted in a dump like this.
Are you stopping him for his own good? Or just for your own factory?
Don't you think you're being a bit too selfish?
Fine. Then let me tell you exactly whose good I'm doing this for. For your mother's fucking sake. That's who.
Get the hell out. All of you, get lost. Coming to Qingzhou County to poach our people? You've got some nerve.
You fucking hit me. Call the police.
Hey, what's going on here? What's going on? What is all this racket?
Huh?
All of you, cut it out. Stop it right now.
Thank goodness you're finally here.
Your dear brother went to Zhou Gulan's place and beat up a boss from Zhejiang. The guy's face is completely swollen.
And they've already called the police?
That idiot Liu Hao took on 3 of them by himself.
And Li Jianjun just stood there like a statue. Didn't even try to stop him.
Mr. Chen, my husband didn't mean to cause trouble.
It's at Zhou Gulan's place, in the old alley on East Street.
Liu Hao got into a physical fight with 3 out-of-towners. The other party was led by Fang Ri,
Who was from Shaoxing in Jiayang province.
They offered Zhou Gulan an annual salary of 300,000 to poach her, but she rejected them on the spot. When Liu Hao heard the news, he rushed over. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and
He really beat them up pretty bad. Feng Wei is already demanding a medical evaluation to press charges.
Chief Fan, what's going to happen to Liu Hao?
10 days in administrative detention.
And a 501 fine.
The other party's medical report isn't out yet.
If the scans show a bone fracture,
Then this won't be a minor administrative case anymore. You get what I mean, right?
But Chief Fan, wasn't Liu Hao beaten up too?
he's got scratches on his face and bruises all over his back.
That means the other guys laid hands on him too.
If you put the blame solely on Liu Hao, Then the injuries of all three of those guys are going to be pinned entirely on him.
But who's going to take responsibility for Liu Hao's injuries?
And besides, Chief Fan, those three guys came all the way from Zhejiang to poach talent from our Qingxi County. Today, they're trying to steal Zhougulan. Who will it be tomorrow or the day after?
Our Qingxi County has only just started to get back on its feet.
要天哦，要天。
You really make it hard for anyone not to like you, kid. You're joking, Chief Fan. Everything I do is for the good of our Qingxi.
And everything you do is for Qingze too. I guess only people who share the same values can work together in the long run to build our hometown.
Liu Hao gets 5 days of detention and a 500 yuan fine. I can't go any lighter than that. After all, he did throw the first punch. Fine. Then what about Feng Ri and his two buddies?
We're currently taking their statements.
If the investigation confirms that all three of them also laid hands on him and the assault is proven true,
They'll face 5 to 10 days of detention.
Mr. Fang, what about my glasses? Don't even talk to me about your damn glasses. I wasted 2,000 yuan back there, and that old man didn't say a damn thing. He literally covered my mouth and took their side while breaking up the fight. Damn it, I basically spent 2,000 yuan to buy myself a traitor. This is the first time in my entire life I've ended up in a police station. And my mom still wants me to take the civil service exam. Mr. Fang, do I have a criminal record now? Your mom wanted you to take the civil service exam, but you ran off to be my assistant instead.
Can someone with a criminal record even take that exam? I just don't get it. An old lady who makes 10,000 a month, at most. Why on earth would she turn down a 300,000 annual salary?
And then there's that old show.
He's so honest and down to earth, but over a 2,000 yuan final payment, he turned on me faster than you can flip a page.
But the most infuriating one is that old lady, just a village woman who does sewing. Yet, she opens her mouth and starts throwing around fancy excuses to act like a big shot.
She even lectured me about getting cast aside once the job is done. Did she read ancient books on political strategy or something?
Jinshu, tell me, was I a beast today? Absolutely fierce.
1 against 3.
I beat that guy fine black and blue. When you go back and tell my wife, make sure you paint a good picture. You have to make it clear. It was 1 against 3, not me fighting one while the other two just stood there watching.
Yeah, I saw everything. Then why the hell did you just stand at the door? You didn't ask for help. I just figured everything was totally under your control.
You thought that scene looked like it was under control?
Your face looked really fierce. My face was fierce because I was in pain.
I thought you were getting beaten up on purpose.
Catch them off guard, and then finish them off in one single move. And, just like in those TV shows. What TV shows?
What kind of shows are you watching? In what TV show does the main character get beaten to a pulp first,
Before making a comeback? Actually, quite a lot of them.
some even get beaten up twice.
家中
From now on, use your own brain when I speak.
Don't believe everything I say, especially when it comes to fighting.
If you see 3 guys ganging up on me, just jump in. Don't wait for a look. Don't wait for a signal. And stop fucking thinking it's all under control.
Tell me.
My wife out there must be worried sick, right? When she was pregnant, I was out there driving a cab. She had to go to the hospital all by herself.
By the time I rushed over, the baby was already in an incubator. And back then, she only said one thing to me.
When are you going to stop making me worry about things like today?
He's definitely going to lecture me again.
But you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
I don't think I did either.
Auntie, did your family suffer any losses today?
I'll pay you back for it.
What are you talking about? We're not strangers.
It was just a few knocked over fruits. They're barely worth anything anyway. But we really caused you a lot of trouble today.
Oh, don't worry about trouble. Who knows, we might have more of this down the road.
讲讲
Here in Qingze, I will never leave your yard. As long as I'm around.
I'll stay right here. It has nothing to do with money. Poons is a great place.
In the month or so since you opened this yard, everyone has changed so much.
Previously, Qingze was completely lifeless.
Even though it's still a bit like that now,
The crops have finally started to sprout.
the dark clouds have finally cleared after a long storm. Everyone is hoping for a great harvest this year. None of us farmers want anyone coming to steal our crops.
Everyone is putting in their best efforts now.
Hoping our lives will get better day by day. As long as you truly care about the folks here, everyone will respect you and support you all the way.
Just like what Liu Hao did today.
I understand. Go back early and don't stay up late.
Once Xingfang gets released, don't make things hard for her either. It's just business after all. Everyone serves their own boss.
In the future, when you go out to do business with Liu Hao, make sure to learn from him.
But when it comes to fighting, definitely don't learn that from him. I won't.
But I did realize one thing today.
You said before that Liu Hao is brave.
That he's quick-tongued, but not very bright. But after seeing him today, that doesn't seem to be entirely true.
Tomorrow will be cloudy, turning to sunny with temperatures between 18 and 26 degrees.
Go ahead, Gulan. Let me explain.
Change your shoes first. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's that $2,000 that fell into the couch cushions. You know, the money you forgot about? Or maybe it's New Year's lucky money. Bullshit.
You're already 52. Who's giving you New Year's money, Joe Defa?
Did that guy named Fang give you this money?
I only give you $100 of pocket money a month.
And you managed to save up $2,000 in brand new bills?
And the serial numbers are consecutive? You stopped smoking?
Stopped buying peanuts too?
On my birthday, you said you'd buy me a bowl of noodles.
But in the end, I still had to pay the bill.
Where did you even withdraw this?
Since when does our county's ATM dispense crisp new bills?
Gulan, listen to me. Let me explain. Save it.
Since you claim it didn't come from an outsider,
Then I'll gladly keep it with a clear conscience. Oh, by the way, that guy Fan is getting out after 7 days of detention. If he comes knocking on our door asking for his $2,000 back,
Don't you dare come begging me for help.
nice stuff.
this thing might actually sell for a few $dozen.
Mr. Chen, you're here.
Director Wan is in his office. He was just talking about you. Please, come on in. Chen Feng, you're here.
Yes, Director Wang. I'm here to hand in my homework. At Poi, you've already made a name for your workshop so quickly.
Keep pushing. Let's try to get the headcount over 1,000 next month.
Director Wang, it might be way more than 1,000. You can take a look at this first.
Cha-Chun, how long has it even been since you got your C-14?
Where on earth did you get 4,000 people? Director, we really have a list of 4,000 people. Their ID numbers and phone numbers are all attached at the back. Feel free to pick any at random.
I really don't even know what to say. This report card is absolutely beyond expectations.
Orders are steadily on the rise. A portion of them can now stably take on orders. It's only a matter of time before everyone is in full production.
Great job, Yao Chen. You've made quite a splash.
At Monday's meeting, Director Zhang submitted your proposal. Your factory has been officially designated as a key supported project. The higher-ups have given the word. All approval processes are green-lighted. Anyone who tries to hold you back will be disciplined immediately.
Go back and have your people get the materials ready.
Get the photos of the C-14 program running, and the village woman working, and organize the details of the regional agent model for me. What do you need all this for?
To submit it for you, of course.
This is our proof. Prove that your factory is a benchmark for poverty alleviation and bringing jobs back home. The county wants to showcase your factory to secure resources from the city and the province. Queens County has been quiet for so many years. We've finally managed to carve out a path with you at the helm. Director Wang. The path is indeed carved out, and our initial model is running smoothly. But I want to develop some new projects. I came today because I wanted to get your advice. 95% of our factory workers are women. They get to stay here with their kids, and the elderly are looked after.
But most of the young, able-bodied men in the county are working far away in construction sites or electronics factories.
So I was thinking, maybe we can start a new project.
We could set up some heavy manual labor or technical jobs to bring them back.
That way, our economic model would be much more complete.
Xia Chen, you're sharp, and you've got guts.
But you're still young.
And you're only focusing on your own little bubble.
I think you're overthinking this. Once an industry builds a complete supply chain, it naturally grows bigger and bigger. Once the garment business expands, the men working out of town will come back on their own.
Over 4,000 home-based processing spots. Delivering and collecting goods will require lots of hands. Those long-distance drivers will soon return home to work, and suppliers will even bring raw material.
Women just want a stable income. All men look for big money-making opportunities.
When everyone starts building houses, eating out, and spending money,
The bricklayers and restaurant owners will all come back too. You don't need to waste energy trying to pave a new path.
So, you mean I should just wait around?
Our current setup of over 4,000 people isn't stable enough yet.
交商城买这份地的地方是积分从优势。
Do they think keeping things stable just means putting money in their pockets?
It's about the foreign money they earn. The foreign currency we get from exporting goods is our foreign exchange. It has three main benefits. First, having foreign exchange on hand gives us peace of mind when importing materials. Second, it shows that our industry is highly competitive. And third, the money earned circulates domestically, boosting income, spending, and local development. Now, guess which of these three fits best with what you're doing right now?
Xiaoshe, you're desperately trying to bring money into the county right now.
But you can't keep it here. Most of what comes in just flows right out.
Government regulations plug the leaks, but you have to make the money circulate locally.
Every extra hand that money passes through secures another livelihood.
The reason our county can't hold on to money is because there's so many things we simply don't have here. We need to make sure that once people earn money, they can spend it locally, keeping the wealth right here in the county. So,
You should know what needs to be done first now, right?
Ranter Wang, how many shipping complexes do we have in our county right now?
Oh, Yao Chen. You think way too highly of King Ser.
The only decent place is that old school supermarket in the old town.
It's been open for 12 years, and they haven't even renovated the decor. The rest are just scattered little shops on the streets.
Appliances and furniture are crammed onto their own separate streets.
We don't have a single decent commercial complex here.
Even our neighboring city only just got its first major shopping mall. Good corporations don't even want to come and scout an agricultural county like ours. Director Wang, are there any abandoned or half-built commercial projects in Qingze County?
The old Qingze department store in the East End. It was auctioned off during the state-owned enterprise reform in 1998. With plans to convert it into a shopping center.
The foundation was laid, and they built a 4-story concrete frame.
But then the developer's cash flow dried up, and they ran off.
It's been sitting there rotting for years now.
Rejecto Wang, if I take over this project, how much of a loan can I get?
When it comes to loans, it all depends on what you have for collateral. My B12 and B13 factory equipment, the C14 accounts receivable, the major contracts we secured for Phase 4, plus my personal certificates of deposit. I can use all of them.
I'll handle the funding.
Right now, I just want to get this done. This is no joke. Director Wang, a city isn't built by a single person.
That's what you told me. President Chen, where are we going? Do you know where the Qingze department store is?
Yeah, that abandoned building, right? We used to go in there to salvage construction waste. The building is fine. As long as the frame is there, the structure is solid. It's 26,000 square meters. We can use the first floor for a supermarket,
The second floor for clothing and department stores.
and the third floor for dining and entertainment. There's more than enough space. Miss, this is the abandoned building in the East End.
I want to take it over and turn it into a commercial shopping complex.
I studied architecture. I can draw up the design proposals myself. But when it comes to the actual construction and renovation and coordinating the project, I need someone on site to keep a close eye on everything. You used to run a building materials company.
So, that's why I need your help with this.
To be honest, Mr. Chen, I can't take on this project.
You can't? Why not?
Because when it comes to construction in Qingze County, you can't get around a man named Shi Guolang. On the surface, he's the biggest building material supplier in the county. But in the shadows, he's a loan shark running an illegal lending ring. He controls 60% of all the building materials in this county, and the other 40% have to walk on eggshells around him. People call him Baldy.
So, your debt.
Yes, exactly. Every single cent of the debt crushing me right now is owed to him.
Years ago, once he locked down the entire gravel market, he wanted a piece of the building materials and construction pie.
He approached me for a partnership back then,
But I turned him down. After that, he kept his hands clean on the surface.
But my construction sites started mysteriously catching fire.
My workers were ambushed in the dead of night, beaten, and had their legs broken.
and when we went to the police, the culprits were nowhere to be found. Then, he set a trap for my useless husband, getting him buried in gambling debt.
That piece of trash signed loans in my name and ran off. In just 6 months, it ballooned over 5 million. Baldy's target was always me from the very start. You know what happened after that.
Don't you have any evidence against him?
Surely you had some connections of your own.
Mr. Chen, think about it. He did all of this and never got caught.
What did that tell you? He has someone protecting him. Look, you've been in business for so many years. You must understand one thing. The word underworld might sound terrifying in a small county like this, but when you strip away the veneer, it's just the same old trick of monopolizing resources and
Why is it that they can get away with throwing their weight around?
because they only target those who have no voice and no power. But I am different.
Director Wang just gave me his word.
We are now officially listed as a key supported project in Qingse County.
Every single permit and facility for the factory has a green light. If anyone tries to choke us or slow us down, They'll be answering directly to him for disciplinary action.
The commercial complex is the crown jewel of my entire business empire, and it's the county's flagship project to keep capital and people from leaving.
He's just a local thug running a gravel monopoly and loan shark business. I don't believe for a second he'd dare cross the county government on a flagship project like this.
If he even tries to reach his claws out, the county officials, who are counting on this project for their promotions, will tear him to pieces. Since your mind is made up, I won't stop you.
I'll back you up with everything I've got.
But things are never as simple as you think.
You worry too much.
Sister Chow is meeting Director Zhang of the Asset Management Center tomorrow.
You're coming with me?
Hello, Director Zhang.
Please, sit. Zhang, don't be so formal. Have a seat.
Sit down.
Investment in the development zone has doubled this quarter compared to the same period last year.
That should finally take some pressure off Director Zhang. Of course, Director Zhang only trains people who get things done.
Joe asked you here today.
Because Mr. Chen is interested in the distressed assets of East City Department Store.
I'll let him explain the details himself.
Director Zhang, the East City Department Store building is listed at $6 million.
It's been on the market for 3 years, with no takers. I wanted to ask if there's any room to negotiate on that price.
Since you're not beating around the bush, Mr. Chen, I'll be direct with you too. That building is a legacy asset from the restructuring back in 1998.
The title is clear, and there are no disputes.
But clearing out the construction waste inside,
Dismantling the exterior scaffolding, none of these upfront costs are included in the listing price.
plus, because it's been abandoned for over 10 years, the local residents have filed numerous complaints.
There are still outstanding municipal fines for code violations.
They add up to about 110,000, and by regulation, they're tied to the property. I'll absorb those costs.
In that case,
As for the price, 5.2 million. Mr. Chen, the listing price is 6 million.
A $6 million price tag that hasn't attracted anyone in 3 years. You know its actual value, better than anyone.
5.2 million,
Paid in full upfront.
no payment plans. On top of that, I promise to finish the renovation and have it fully operational within 18 months. When that happens, the annual property fees and rental taxes going to the County Asset Management Center,
Well, you do the math on how much that will.
5.2 million, all at once. The funds will clear within 7 working days of signing the contract.
All right, since your project is already locked in as a key development anyway,
I'll consider this a personal favor. I would expend a good advice since
I'll take care of the rest of the arrangements.
the process is pretty straightforward.
The asset evaluation report is already prepared.
But listing it online for 20 days is a strict requirement.
I'll handle the rest of the coordination.
Then I really appreciate it, Director Zhang.
Then I'll trouble you to get the process started.
Bull Jung really gets things done.
I'll thank you on behalf of Mr. Chen.
I still have some things to take care of at home.
So I'll head back first today.
Take care, Director Zhang.
This is Wan Chou, the head of engineering at our company.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Director Zhang.
叫呛，一颗电铃。
I should head back too, Mr. Chen.
This Director Chen.
Has something off about him. Mr. Chen. When he walked in, he glanced at me. It was just a split-second glance, but the look in his eyes wasn't right. It wasn't how a stranger sizes you up. He recognized me, but pretended he didn't.
In Baldy's circle.
What happened to me is no secret. He should know exactly who I am.
He probably even knows how much debt I'm carrying. But he acted like he had no clue.
Have you two met before?
But there was another detail. When you quoted 5.2 million,
He was rubbing his cup.
And while doing that, his thumb was pressing really hard against the side of the glass. That's a sign of nervousness.
for a director who handles distressed assets, when someone comes to offer him money,
What is he so nervous about?
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Mr. Li, that abandoned building at the East Side department store has been sold. It went to some guy named Chen Feng, who's opening a new garment factory in the development zone.
忙这样些，散了地。
It was paid in full, 5.2 million. Between the interior remodeling and facade renovation,
It'll cost at least nearly 30 million. Someone actually took over that project? The price isn't actually that. I could have actually that.
but still, that's a seriously juicy deal.
Director Zhang, this piece of news is worth a fortune.
Mr. Shi, there's one more thing.
A woman came along with Chen Feng today. Ken Feng introduced her as his head of construction.
Her name is Wan Chou.
Yes,
Wan Chou.
I can't believe that woman actually managed to land a gig like this. She really knows how to claw her way up, doesn't she? I appreciate the heads up, Director Zhang. So, how has Yaming been doing lately?
He's still at home, being spoiled rotten. Well,
You know how young people are.
it's only natural he wants to run wild.
A bit? Tell you what, I'll waive this month's 80,000 yuan in interest. Just process the paperwork normally.
We can't have Mr. Chen thinking our county is slow and inefficient.
Bro, who was that on the phone?
Old Zheng says someone finally took over that eyesore on the east side.
It's Chen Feng, the guy running that garment factory in the development zone.
Ho Zheng says this kid is planning to turn it into a massive commercial complex.
A 26,000. Yes, 26,000 square meter renovation.
Bro, that's easily a project worth tens of millions.
If we supply all the sand, gravel, and cement, we could make this much.
But I have a feeling someone's going to make things difficult for him.
He hired Wang Chao.
That woman has never been one to sit quiet.
She's smart, and she knows how to play her cards. Now that she's hoped herself a sugar daddy, and since construction is her specialty, you really think she's just going to let this go? Should I take some of the boys and pay a little visit to his factory?
Don't be reckless. His business is a government-backed project now.
He's got powerful people backing him.
Picking a fight right now will only bring us unnecessary trouble. To start construction, he's going to need crews and materials. Most of the suppliers in this county owe us favors. Let's play it cool and wait for him to crawl to us. Spread the word. Anyone who touches Chen Feng's project is crossing me. Let's see how he plans to break ground on that mall then.
Are you out of your mind? You were the one who took Chen Feng to see Zheng Jixiang and got him to take over that abandoned building on the east side. It was because of my debt.
Come on, old Wang. You've lived in this county for so long. How are you still so blind to how things work? Chen Feng only managed to get his factory off the ground because of government policies. He just got lucky with the timing and had the right people backing him.
Anyone else would have failed completely.
If this drags the garment factory down and causes trouble, it will be too late for regrets. Tell you what, set up a meeting and have him come over this afternoon. Tell him to come see me in my office.
Chen Zhao. Oh, Chen Changguo.
You and your son really are two peas in a pod. Even the dangerous path you chose is exactly the same. Take a seat. I called you here today because of that project in the East District. I need you to pull out of it. I'll get old Zheng to waive the penalty fee. Let's just end this here.
Director Zheng, the contract has already been signed.
And the funds have already been transferred. Backing out now wouldn't be appropriate, would it?
Zhao Chen, you're still young.
This project is way too risky. I don't have high hopes for it.
Uncle Jia,
Thank you for your advice.
But I'm still determined to acquire this department store.
Director Wang once said that even if the path ahead is unclear, we must take bold steps forward. So, this is something I must do.
Very well.
What's the status on the C14 distribution channels?
Sister Cho, everything is perfectly stable.
All 16 of our town and village outlets are fully up and running. Sun Gusang and her crew of ladies are working incredibly fast. Their daily shipping and delivery times are more precise than a punch clock. As for logistics, Ma Dong personally rode along for 3 trips.
He's got all the routes down pat.
And the fleet has been expanded. I even called back a few of our old brothers who used to drive long haul. Right now, we have 8 vans running non-stop. We aren't sitting on any inventory.
We ship them out as fast as we make them.
How about on your end?
we broke into the Fefei and Nanjing markets to grab orders.
The sales reps from those major factories couldn't stand a chance against us. We secure orders with low prices, offer door-to-door delivery, and settle everything in cash.
And if anyone tries to give us a hard time, we pay them a personal visit to set things straight.
Now, the local merchants are more than eager to work with us. The garment factory's operations have officially stabilized. Fin Shoufeng will transfer your monthly dividends to your cards right on time. This money is more than enough for you guys to live a comfortable, stable life in the county. Shangzi, there's a new project. Quietly round up the brothers who used to do construction jobs with us. Bring back everyone you can. We're going back to our roots. Construction. Is Mr. Chen building a new factory? Mr. Chen just acquired the Qingzi department store in the East District. He's planning to turn it into a massive shopping mall complex. It's a 26,000 square meter renovation project.
Qing's department store.
Isn't that a dead project that's been abandoned for over 10 years?
Whether a project is dead or not depends entirely on who takes it over. Mr. Chen took it over, and the funding is already secured.
But we've got a major problem.
None of the licensed construction crews in the county will touch this job.
Why? Why won't they take it? It's because of that guy named Xu.
This town is only so big. If Mr. Chen wants to expand his business here, he's bound to run into that roadblock sooner or later. There's no avoiding him. Sister Zhao, those guys play dirty. They're ruthless.
Right now we're doing apparel with Mr. Chen.
We're safe and steady. But if we touch construction,
If we get dragged down again, honestly, it's only normal to be scared. Mr. Chen gave us a second chance at life. Now that he's hit a roadblock and needs people, you all know my rules. If you think the risk is too high, you can stay on the apparel line. I won't force you. Screw the risk. Last time we went down, it was because we didn't have any backing.
But this time, Mr. Chen is shielding us. What are we afraid of?
Let's do this. Sister Chow, come in too.
I'll contact the excavators and dump trucks tomorrow. Let's do this.
I've been holding this grudge for years.
This drink is to you all.
Starting tomorrow, we get to work. Mr. Chen, I've heard so much about you. This 26,000 square meter abandoned building has been sitting idle for 11 years. No one has ever been able to pull this off.
I admire your guts.
But building houses is nothing like making clothes. The scale of this construction project is massive.
In this county, the only construction crews that can handle a project of this scale are the two under my command. I play it straight.
Here is the project quote.
Take a look.
Mr. Xu, this quote is absolutely ridiculous. The cost of sand and cement are both way above market price.
A 26,000 square meter project should normally cost 18 million. You quoted 31 million.
Where on earth is the extra 13 million going? Since we're both smart people, let me be completely honest with you. That usual routine of yours, it won't fly here in our town. You can indeed find those cheap building materials elsewhere, but you'll never be able to get them into the construction site smoothly.
That extra money I quoted is to guarantee your transport goes smoothly.
And that the construction goes without a hitch. Consider it the fee to keep everything on schedule.
Mr. Shi, don't you think this protection fee is a bit too steep?
I'm a businessman.
And business is all about cost control. 13 million, just for peace of mind. That's a deal I just can't justify. Then let's change the way we partner up. I'll handle the construction.
Materials and labor will be billed at standard market rates.
18 million in total.
I won't charge you a single penny in markups.
I'll even front the money to kick off the work.
Just one condition. I want a 20% stake in this mall project.
Mr. Xu, do you have any idea what a 20% stake means in an operation like mine?
I thought you were in the construction business, Mr. Xu.
I didn't realize you were in venture capital. My business can support the livelihoods of 300,000 people in Qingze County
And carry the political achievements of the entire county government.
but there is absolutely no room in it for you. Chen Feng. You'd better think this through. Once you walk out that door today, you won't get another chance.
Mr. Shi, times have changed.
Your petty shakedown tactics are just pathetic.
苏库辽布拉俄费新国北顶的听一楼4块亲自挑地。
Cement. River sand. Rebar. Scaffolding. If it moves through this county, he'll block it.
So we aren't sourcing from this county. In neighboring Lingfeng County, there are 2 concrete plant owners I did some waterproofing materials business with in the past.
And further north in Tongchan, there's a steel market.
It has tons of independent wholesalers, so nobody can control it. What about the construction crew?
Most of our old crew have left for other jobs.
We can't put together a full team.
Of the guys you have with you now, how many have actually worked on a construction site?
4 or 5, maybe?
They've tied rebar and laid bricks, but they aren't a professional crew.
No licenses? I'll handle the licensing. But you need to round up enough guys. Bring in workers from Shanling County. Bring in as many as you can find.
Mr. Chen's orders are
Leave the interior alone for now.
and focus on getting the exterior built first.
Starting today, we split up. Madame, take a truck to Linjuan to negotiate for cement and gravel. Secure a preliminary agreement with the deposit first. I'll wire the money this afternoon.
Summing, head over to the Tongswan Steel Market.
Get us price quotes for rebar and scaffolding.
As long as it's cheaper than Qingze's market price, we're good.
Hiwei, go to Linchuan Construction today and sign the affiliation contract.
Remember, for the contractor on the contract, write Jing.
Seng's name.
All Linchuan Construction needs to provide is the qualification stamp and safety officer credentials.
We'll source the building materials externally.
We'll assemble our own construction crew.
And just run it under Linchuan Construction's license.
The total cost will be 40% lower than Xu Gulang's quote.
The first truck is expected on site within 5 days.
Got it. Thanks for your hard work.
$300 tons of cement, 800 cubic meters of river sand.
Are you guys building a high-rise or a bridge? It's for a shopping mall renovation. Name your payment terms. I can wire the deposit today.
A project all the way in Qingce County?
Why did you bring it all the way to me? What does it matter where it came from? Just tell me, are you taking this job or not? Take it? Of course I'll take it. Why wouldn't I?
You'll handle the transportation yourselves?
Yeah, that works.
Let's sign the contract. Think? Brother, it's just a matter of $8. Why don't you reconsider?
It's not about me reconsidering.
It's my boss who won't even consider it.
Unload the goods.
The first truck is here. Tomorrow there are 2 more truckloads of steel rebar and scaffolding. Arrange for someone to handle it.
Go find out where this batch of goods came from. I'm already on it.
The license plate is from Linchuan.
Yongqiao really never learns.
Does she?
Brother-in-law, this is Siniya Maojian green tea from this year's harvest. A friend just brought it back from Finon.
You asked me out just to drink tea? Well, actually, brother-in-law,
I heard that the local garment factory has become a key project in our county.
and I just wanted to ask about it.
You want to make a move on them? Are you out of your mind? Haven't you learned your lesson from Li Yangguo yet?
Back then, you saw how profitable their factory was.
And secretly pulled all those underhanded tricks.
First sabotaging them, then cutting off their supply chain.
And finally, forcing them to let you buy in.
But what did you get?
An empty shell of a factory.
They didn't leave you a single cent, did they? Do you have any idea how big of a mess you made for me with that stunt?
Do you really think regular folks could have come up with a 300-person banner protest on their own?
Just keep your head down and lay low for once. What you've made over the last 2 years is more than enough for you to retire on.
Come on, brother-in-law, that was years ago. You claim you don't know any better? You're 47 years old. And you're still acting like a child? Brother-in-law, let me be completely straight with you. The scale of this garment factory isn't like it was back in Li Jiangguo's day. Between the registered workers and the outsourced ones, we're talking over 34,000 people.
Selling gravel.
Contracting construction sites and collecting protection fees.
It just doesn't sound respectable.
I want to move up in the world and elevate my status too. I want to be known as a legitimate entrepreneur.
This kid named Chen is only in his early 20s.
Yet, he's making a massive splash. I can partner up with him. Forget about it. That factory is still running at a loss right now.
Just the basic salary for the workers is over $400,000 a month. Add in utilities, social security, and equipment depreciation, and they're losing hundreds of thousands every single month.
What kind of profit do you think you can squeeze out of a bleeding business? I finally approved a Key County project, and I want to build a solid legacy before I retire. Ever since that brick kiln incident, this district hasn't had a single moment of peace.
It's time for you to stop.
If you dare lay a finger on that factory, you're actively sabotaging me.
Fine, fine. I won't touch that factory.
But, brother-in-law, surely there's no issue with the shopping mall project, right?
The abandoned building on the east side of town? Yes, the one that the garment factory boss took over.
They're planning to turn it into a commercial shopping complex. The mortar?
I can easily handle that construction project.
But more importantly, I want to get a piece of the pie and buy some shares.
And brother-in-law, think about it.
Once that commercial complex is up, it will vastly improve the county's business environment.
We'll have the retail infrastructure right there.
It's a win-win for both prestige and profit. Could even call it my personal contribution to the county.
Your brother-in-law is actually going to do some honest work this time. No messing around. I'll make you look good. Didn't you already try to approach him before? You quoted $31 million and demanded a 20% free stake. Did you honestly think I wouldn't find out? That was just Blackie messing up the job. That's enough.
They threw your quote right back in your face.
And turned right around to source their materials from Linchuan just to avoid you. You've humiliated yourself so badly that the entire development zone is talking about it. As for the supermarket business, I won't stop you.
But I have 3 conditions. First, don't drag too many people into this.
I don't want a repeat of what happened with Li Gangguo. Got it. Second, don't you dare touch anyone from the garment factory. Not a single one of them. Got it. Third,
And most importantly, no one dies.
if anyone dies, I will personally throw you in prison.
Understood? Now get back to it.
By the way, that old bastard Zhang Geming has been getting pretty close to Zhou Zhengping lately.
Watch your mouth out there.
Don't go running your mouth. Understood. See, about that cement mixing station in Linchuan supplying Chenfeng.
The one run by that guy named Chi? Yeah, that's the one.
Go pay him a little visit. Just don't leave any loose ends.
Mr. G, busy as always, I see.
You guys are from Qingse? The name is Kwang, but my friends call me Hey P. Mr. J, your business is so huge, and you're so well connected. I'm sure you've heard a thing or two about what goes on in Qingze County, right? Is there going to be another shipment of cement for the Jinxing garment factory? Mr. Fong, I run a legitimate business. Whoever pays gets the shipment. I don't see how that's any of your business. Yes, a legitimate business. Exactly.
That's why a legitimate business needs to think about the long term.
Mr. J, you've run this mixing station in Linchuan for so many years. Your license, and those issues with overloading,
I'm sure everything is completely clean, right?
just a little token of my appreciation. It's not worth much.
It's up to you to make the call, Mr. J. We wouldn't want to make things difficult for you.
Mr. Ma, I am so sorry. But I don't think I can dispatch that next truck.
What exactly did Boss Chu say? The Strains knows that his exact words were that they are doing equipment maintenance and don't have the capacity. Bullshit. When we signed that contract, he was grinning like a goddamn Buddha.
The equipment broke down overnight. Shi Gulang's men. They've been here.
He's definitely the one behind this. What about Tong Chang? Nothing yet, but it's only a matter of time. Where are you right now?
Ling Zhong.
Don't leave. Stay there and keep an eye on them. If Sunming backs out too, call Mr. Chen right away. Got it?
Mr. Chen, the cement supply from Linchuan has been cut off. What happened?
去不了。
And the steel from Tongchang.
No movement for now.
But I don't think they'll last the day. How many days of materials do we have left in the stockyard? 3 days. First, keep the construction site steady. Do not stop work. Have the workers carry on as usual. I'll figure out a way to get the materials. I'll get right on it. Uncle Zhang.
Yes?
Su Gulang made his move. He's cut off our building material suppliers.
I know. His usual tricks. Go to the Linjiang branch of the Municipal Building Materials Group tomorrow morning at 9.
Look for Song Zhenhua, the deputy general manager of the group.
We'll source all our cement, sand, and steel through them,
Including shipping. The price is 8% cheaper than what you got from the independent dealers. The Municipal Building Materials Group.
It's a state-owned enterprise, a provincial state-owned enterprises branch in southern Anhui.
With your tiny project scale, their spare capacity alone is more than enough to cover it.
Then, that Song Yinhua.
Do you know him? Someone does. Don't ask too many questions. Just do as you're told.
I understand, Jiafeng. I don't expect the supermarket to open that fast. All I want is for you to generate some real hype. Chief, the fish is biting. That dog in Linchuan. He couldn't help but reach out his hand. But does crossing the line to pressure suppliers count as economic interference?
A single charge isn't enough.
But add the evidence from 93.
We just need an opportunity.
Don't worry. I remember a few years ago when Baldy was handling demolescence. His hands were dirty. He pocketed the demolition compensation for an entire village. And I think he even broke someone's leg. Are you saying, Chief? What are the villagers up to right now?
About your building materials issue? It's all sorted out. We got a channel through the provincial state-owned enterprises.
Plenty of supply at dirt-cheap prices. And Xu Gulang can't get his hands on this. I'll find some time tomorrow to talk to them.
下野好奇
I didn't call you guys here to talk about this. It's about the shopping mall project. It's about the shop. We're going to change our strategy. Changing strategies is the right call.
Xu Gulayang blocked our building materials.
We bypassed it this time, but
He's bound to make another move next. If we just keep our heads down and work blindly, he'll keep tripping us up from the shadows.
If we just react defensively out in the open,
We'll always be on the defensive. So you want to go on the offensive? Exactly.
we need to turn this shopping mall project from a county issue into a city level, or even a province-wide affair.
Saijie, you handle the media.
Local, city level, traditional provincial capital outlets, or new media. Even short-form video platforms.
Cover every single angle. Yes.
The core message is simple. Kings County is building its very first commercial shopping complex, complete with an integrated apparel industry cluster, bringing jobs to over 4,000 people across the county. Pay close attention to the phrasing. It's not that Chen Feng is building this shopping mall. It's Qingce County itself that's building it. Tie this to the county government's political achievements.
Promote the concept of industrial upgrading, and don't just limit it to Qingce.
The city's evening paper, the local TV station's community shows, and every finance blogger in the provincial capital, get them all covered. You submit the budget. Keep it under 500,000 yuan for Gushafen. And I won't ask any questions. I don't care what method you use, whether you have to spin a story
Or use clickbait headlines.
What matters is keeping the buzz alive.
Fengzi, isn't this just running ads? No, this is not an ad campaign.
I got the connections to build some serious media hype. There's a local channel here in the city with over 300,000 followers. They'll post anything if you pay them. I also know 2 financial self-media creators over in the capital. But traditional media, like newspapers and TV stations. We'll need backing from official channels. Can you handle that on your end? I'll talk to the officials.
Just focus on getting the digital media plan ready first.
We need to finalize this tomorrow.
Got it. Oh, right.
There's one more thing.
Once the ads are out, people are going to come check things out in person.